It's a OWI.
Okay, Mr. Hendrick Johnson, I don't have a file on you, sir. Have you been interviewed by defense counsel?
Yes, I have. I hired an attorney, and they said,
Okay, who's your attorney?
oh God, I forget his name. One second. Oh God, I don't even have his name here. One of his assistants contacted me a couple of days ago, sent me a link for the 36th District Court, and now I can't find his card. Give me
So, Mr. Johnson, again, I don't know who your attorney is. We'll put you back in the waiting room and we will deal with you because I do have you on my list.
Okay, well, by then I'll have
Okay, well, somebody's gonna have to zoom in and say if they represent you. Otherwise, we're gonna have to have one of the House Counsel, Defense Counsels talk to you. But right now, I'm gonna put you in the waiting room. Please don't disconnect, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Johnson, let me see. The gentleman at the incarcerated, sitting on the chair. What's your name, sir?
Good morning, Your Honor. Roderick Davis.
Mr. Davis, have you been interviewed by a defense counsel? Johnson, let me see.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No,
The gentleman at the incarcerated, put you back into the waiting room. Let's see if there's a defense counsel available. Thank you. Hold on. Let's change it to Davis. Let's see. DDC, just stay muted right now. Checking people in. Michael Norman, please unmute. How can I help you?
Good morning, Your Honor. I am here for Hendrick Johnson's arraignment.
Okay. We do have Counsel Norman.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's your P number, sir?
75844.
Okay. Counsel, next time, just don't please put in your name, please put in your designation, your counsel. So it's going to be Attorney Norman.
Will do.
Okay, give me a moment. Davis. Oh, for Johnson. Want to mute you, sir?
Yes. Hi, I'm Anila Vasca. What's your name? Anila.
Anila.
Yes.
And we have a new hire.
Vasca.
Vasca.
Yes.
BAS or BOS?
BOS.
Okay, Vasca.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, I saw you yesterday.
Yes.
Okay, are you gonna be on record?
I'm not on record yet.
You're just observing?
I'm observing.
Okay,
Maybe next week,
okay,
if Steve thinks I'm ready.
okay.
No, it's not about me, but Magistrate, I just wanted to put you guys together just so you
No,
would know.
no problem.
know first. So
Nice meeting
it's
you. Good
coming
luck.
soon enough.
Do you mind if I sit?
Yeah, oh, no problem. I have no problem. Yes.
Thank you, Magistrate.
Sure.
Thank you.
Are you gonna be on record?
Yeah, I'm running over there right now.
Okay, and you're gonna be having a jacket on?
And it's not too-
Yes, good, please.
All right, see you guys.
Okay, we got this. We have Johnson. All right, Davis. Who we have here? Okay, let's see. CJC, please unmute. CJC, please unmute. CJC, please unmute. CJC is not muting. Okay. The gentleman at the Criminal Justice Center. What's your name, sir?
How you doing? My name is Bobby Dockery. Good morning, Judge.
Okay. Bobby Dockery. Okay. Mr. Dockery, have you spoken to a defense counsel?
Yes, ma'am.
You spoke to an attorney today? Defense counsel?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have you wait, Mr. Dockery. Let's put down. Mr. Dockery, let's put you down because I don't have your files. So we'll put you in the waiting room, sir. Let's see, Dockery. See who else we have. Counsel Hall.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, ma'am. Are you gonna be doing the arraignments?
I will be interviewing MDOC when they log in.
DOC. Let's see. I
Mr.
have a Mr. Davis from MDOC, and you're gonna want to interview him.
I have Hendricks Johnson at MDOC.
No, Hendricks Johnson is by Zoom. Somebody
Okay.
put it wrong. He has retained counsel. But I have a
Okay.
Roderick Davis at MDOC.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, let me put you in a breakout room. Everybody keep quiet, please. We are recording. All right, let's see. Let's see. Davis, and I'm looking for Hall. Here we go. Hall. All right. That should take care of that. The gentleman at Criminal Justice Center, room D3110. What's your name, sir?
Daryl Marshall.
Marshall?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Marshall. Let's put further your last name. Have you been interviewed by defense counsel, sir?
Yes.
You have? Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Today? All right.
Yes.
So just stay right there. Okay. We have some other people here.
It's just your MDOC. Was Zachary at Wayne County, so yeah.
Hendrick Johnson is not at MDOC. He's
No,
Zoom.
I know.
Okay.
That's why I said there go your Zoom right here.
Okay. All right. The gentleman at Criminal Justice Center, room 5F11. What's your name, sir?
Gerald Woods.
Mr. Woods, have you been interviewed by defense counsel, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Just stay silent, Mr. Woods. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we have.
Hey.
Johnson. Mr. Johnson. Okay, Mr. Johnson. Hold on. Mr. Johnson, you there?
Yes.
Good. Let me see. We have Mr. Norman.
Yes, Your
Yeah.
Honor.
Sir,
From
Mr.
Barney
Norman,
Moore.
hold on. Mr. Norman, do you represent Mr. Johnson on this traffic matter?
I do represent him. Yes, Your Honor.
So not only, I'm talking about a traffic matter, not just the criminal matter, OWI.
I was only aware of the OWI traffic issue. If there is another matter, I will file an appearance on that as well.
Okay, all right, Mr. Johnson, please say your full name.
Hendrick Johnson.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, I'm Magistrate Chatafaya. Not only do you have a criminal matter, but you have a misdemeanor matter. Traffic number is P 784085. It is driver's license expired. Counsel, you wait for me to stand mute.
Yes, Your Honor.
On enter plea of not guilty, court date is July 14, 2025, pre-trial in front of Judge Williams. Do you understand that, Mr. Johnson?
July 14th.
July 14, Judge Williams, the traffic matter.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that takes care of that. Now let's do your criminal matter. Okay, Mr. Johnson, please say your full name again.
Hendrick Johnson.
Sir, your case number is 250-4525601. Counsel Norman, you wait for me to stand mute.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. I'm gonna enter a plea of not guilty. Court date is July 11, 2025, pre-trial in front of Judge Bryant. Let's see what here. All right. Mr. Johnson, while this case is pending, there is no drinking or possessing any alcoholic beverages. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Another bond condition, there is no driving without a valid license, driver's license. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Anybody here on behalf of the people?
Lisa Coyle, appearing on behalf of the people, Your Honor. Your Honor, the people are recommending a $20,000 personal bond in this matter. I'm also suggesting an alcohol tether. This occurred back in December of last year, which is a little, about 6 months ago. It did involve a single car crash. He did leave the scene. He was, though, located down the street. What is the reason for the requesting a tether on the alcohol is because his blood level was a 0.262. I do not see any prior OWIs or anything subsequent to this, but based on the high level, based on the fact there was a crash, I'm suggesting to the court an alcohol tether in addition to a $20,000 personal bond, along with the conditions the court has already imposed. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
Your Honor, just regarding the
Counsel
tether.
Norman, go ahead.
Yeah, just regarding the tether, it's expensive, and as mentioned, Mr. Johnson doesn't have any prior OWI offenses. I'm just asking the court to set the personal bond. He is retired from Chrysler. He'll follow all the other bond conditions. He did retain counsel and is prepared to appear at all future hearings. So I just asked the court not to set the tether requirement based on the expense and his limited retirement income.
Okay. Well, Mr. Johnson, you're gonna get a $20,000 personal bond. Had you been sitting in jail, nobody would have to post any bond for you, any money for you to get out of jail. Counsel Coyle, I just want to make sure there's no previous history that you are aware of. Is that correct?
That is nothing that I'm aware of. His last conviction that I see is a 1997 armed robbery, GBH felony firearm. So that is quite a long time ago.
Okay, well, the court is gonna go with the $20,000 personal bond. Court is not gonna put an alcohol tether. Mr. Johnson, the ball is in your court. Please don't violate the bond conditions. If you do, sir, then next time you're gonna be looking at a monetary bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, that concludes your arraignment, Mr. Johnson. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Good luck, Counsel Norman.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. All right, let's see who else. Oh. Council Hall is still in the breakout room. Okay. Who is going to be doing the interviews? Council Miguel.
Good morning, Magistrate.
Good morning. Are you gonna be doing are you gonna be doing the arraignments?
Yes.
Okay. So has everybody from Wayne County been interviewed?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Davis. Where is Mr. Davis? Oh, Mr. Davis, he's Department of Corrections. So let's do Wayne County. Mr. Marshall,
Yes.
let's go. Mr. Marshall. Wayne County. This other stuff is Dockery. Emails. So we have lists. Okay.
You got pits up there,
Pardon me?
pits.
Pits? I don't know.
Yes,
What pits up there?
they're on the MDDC. The first one. Right here.
Pits. You need pits? Bam. Let's see what we have. Sneed, female. Female. So we have Brown. Marshall, okay. Council. Mr. Marshall, please say your full name.
Daryl Stephen Marshall.
Okay, Mr. Marshall, not only do you have a criminal matter, sir, but you also have misdemeanor matters. These are misdemeanors that you did not show up for court. So you're gonna get we're gonna recall the warrants, you're gonna get a personal bond. Nobody has to pay any money for you to get out of jail. The maximum penalty on each misdemeanor, it's up to 93 days jail and up to 93 days jail and or $500 fine. Do you understand that part?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so first ticket is P11123445, drivable license not valid or improper license. Next ticket is P1416404, open alcohol motor vehicle driver, drivable license suspended. Last ticket is 173064451, violations no officer license on person. I'm gonna enter plea of not guilty. Court date is July 14, 2025. It is a pre-trial in front of Judge Wagner. Mr. Marshall, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say, orally or writing, it can be used against you in a court of law. Write to an attorney, have that attorney present during questioning. If you're unable to afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, court expense. Understand those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now let's go with criminal matter. Case numbers 250-5758701. Counsel, Rico, you wait for a reading, stand mute.
Yes, Judge, my client's been advised of his constitutional rights. Ask this court to enter a not guilty plea.
Thank you. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty. Let's see. Stand by for a moment. Here it is. Court dates are July 9, 2025, probable cause conference, followed by preliminary examination, July 16, 2025. Both matters are in front of Judge Shakay. So, Mr. Marshall, let's see what we have. You're not to have any contact with the complainant, Antoinette Garrett. That means no person-to-person contact, no contact to third parties, no phone calls, no emails, no text messaging. Let's see. You're not to go back to the ward residence while this case is pending. You're not to possess any firearms or any other dangerous weapons. Do you understand those bond conditions, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Counsel Coyle, are you here in this case?
Lisa Coyle appearing on behalf of the people. Your Honor, as far as Mr. Marshall, he's in the Wayne County Jail because he has two pending matters before Judge Blount, scheduled for a calendar conference on July 15th. They are both aggravated stalkings. They both have the same victim. So all three cases that we're talking about, all are Ms. Garrett. So on the one aggravated stalking, he has $100 cash bond, no contact.
Hold on for a moment. Yes, ma'am? Norman. That was for Mr. Johnson?
Yeah.
Okay. Norman 75844. I believe first name was Michael.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. I apologize, Council Coyle. Go ahead, ma'am.
No problem. So on one of the aggravated stalkings is $100 cash bond, no contact. The other aggravated stalking pending before Judge Blount, he has a $50,000 cash surety with a tether, and that's what's keeping him in at this time. These cases all are in the same timeline, September of 24, all three cases. This case has a little bit of difference to it because he's also charged with the obstruction of justice, in which the allegations are that there was a served PPO. He made 13 calls to the complainant from DDC, offer on September 30th, offering money for her to drop the case. And this is allegedly on a recorded jail call. So this case has a little bit more rub to it. He does have an assaultive background. He's got a 2002 armed robbery, attempt armed robbery. He's got a couple B&E cases from 2006, another 2010 resisting and obstructing UTA. He's also, in 2018, he has a couple counts of furnishing a weapon to a prisoner and cell phone violations while in prison. And he has a 2023 misdemeanor stalking, which involves a different complainant. So highly assaultive, and also goes to the crux of the justice system by trying to persuade a victim of a case not to come forward. And so this goes more to the stalking. All that being said, Your Honor, I'm asking for a cash bond to mirror the aggravated stalking that's pending. He's not going anywhere. I'm asking for a $50,000 cash surety with a tether, just in case this case doesn't make it over there as quickly, but with all the conditions of no contact with Ms. Garrett or the Ward Street address.
One question, Council Coyle. This one is September 13th. Did it occur before or after the other cases?
This is September 13th. One of the other cases was September 24th. Another case was September 18th. The allegation that's in the IR showing that the offer to drop the money was September 30th. So this is occurring after. So I'm asking, that's the little rub on this case, that even while incarcerated, he's still trying to reach out to the complainant. Highly frightening to a victim.
Thank you. Council Brico, go ahead, sir.
Judge, on behalf of Mr. Marshall, I'll be asking you for a few things today. And I understand that Mr. Marshall is already in the Wayne County Jail, and he's already being held, and he already has a $50,000 cash surety bond on one of his matters with GPS tether. I don't have any reason to believe that he's going to be going anywhere. That amount of bond is already going to be keeping him in there. We have no objection to no contact with the complaining witness. And he understands, especially through our interview, that no contact means strictly no contact, whether it's the phone, in person, through a third party. He understands that, Judge. Judge, I'd be asking you on this matter for a nominal amount of bond. I think bond in the amount of $100, such as one of his cases that's at circuit court right now, would suffice. My client is a lifelong resident of the state of Michigan. He's provided us an accurate address and phone number that he has. He's 42 years old. He's worked at Ford Motor Company for over 6 years, and I hope when all this is resolved, he remains and retains his employment with that company. I think to be hitting him with back-to-back $50,000 cash surety bonds is just something contradictory to what we have going on here today. He's being held already. He's going to have a tether already. He's going to be monitored already. We're going to be imposing double conditions, essentially. I believe Wayne County's already secured this matter. I think $100 cash bond on it would be more than sufficient, Judge, in the hopes that if he resolves the matters in circuit, or if he gets a reduced bond in that, at least he has some chance of also bonding out on this matter. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Court's heard the representations of both sides. It's clear and convincing evidence standard when it's entertained monetary bond. We start off with personal bond basis. Okay. Allegations is that even though he has 2 prior pending matters, is that even allegations from the jail, he's still trying to reach out, okay, and violating the other bond conditions if there are, but in this matter is trying to make contact with the complainant, shows that it does not appear, these are allegations, that he is obeying the bond conditions or the court orders in this matter. So the court's going to adopt $50,000 cash surety. I do believe it's going to be unaffordable. Is that correct, counsel?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay, so he's going to get a bond redetermination for this Monday. It's going to be July 7th, 2025, 9 o'clock for the Judge McConicle, who will look at the bond amount and bond conditions. That concludes Mr. Marshall's arraignment. Thank you, Mr. Marshall. All right, let's see who we else. We have a Mr. Woods. Mr. Woods?
Yes, Mr. Woods here, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Mr. Woods, this is Magistrate Chatafea. Sir, your case number is 250-450-6101. Counsel Brico, you wait for him to read, stand mute. Has he been advised of his constitutional rights?
Yes, Judge, he has been advised of his constitutional rights. Stands me requesting not guilty plea be entered in his behalf.
Thank you. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty. Court date is July 11th, 2025. It is a pretrial in front of Judge Bryant. Okay, Mr. Woods. Let's see. Bond conditions. Anybody wrote it down? No. Sir, you're not to have contact with Yvonne Abraham. That means no person-to-person contact, no contact with third parties, no phone calls, no emails, no text messaging.
May I speak, Your Honor?
Sir, you do have the right to speak. I
Yes.
would suggest that you listen to your attorney, Counsel Brico, if you want to talk to him for a moment.
Mr. Woods, I understand that you had an interview with my office already today. I understand what you might be wanting to say. You have the right to speak. It is completely your right. I would advise you at this moment as a representative of yours to not speak just because anything you say could be used against you. It very rarely and it almost never is going to help you to speak, but it is your right to speak.
Okay, I think I'll go ahead and speak, Your Honor.
Okay, hold on. If you want to speak, Mr. Woods, I will give you an opportunity. Let me finish up these bond conditions. You're not to possess firearms or any other dangerous weapons. You're not to have contact with the Woodward location here in Detroit. Let me see. Mr. Woods, I'm putting this information on your paperwork, sir. So, 3 things, sir. You're not to possess firearms or any of the dangerous weapons, not to have contact with Yvonne Abraham, not to go to the location to Woodward, City of Detroit. Do you understand those bond conditions, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now, on June 25th, 2024, a warrant was issued for Mr. Woods. Bond was set at $1,000, 10% by Judge Bryant. Who's here on behalf of the people?
Thank you, Magistrate. Always a pleasure to see you. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Brico as well. Steve Vincent for the people, P71917. Magistrate, in terms of arguments here, I think you can see the complaining witness, Yvonne Abraham, is actually Circuit Court Judge Yvonne Abraham, and this is a stalking case regarding an individual who wouldn't leave Judge Abraham alone because apparently he didn't like the decision that Judge Abraham ended up giving. He was initially given a cash bond. He ended up going to redetermination. Chief Judge McConico ended up reducing it to a personal bond with a tether with substantial restrictions. At his first hearing, those restrictions were dropped, but a tether was still kept on this individual. Following that, per the ROA, and as well as discussion with Mr. Reagan from the MFD, apparently this defendant decided to go pro per. Instead of keeping some of the best defense attorneys in town, he ends up disregarding them and decides to go pro per on his own in front of Judge Bryant in defense of himself with these stalking charges against the circuit court judge. Then, following the decision to go pro per, he fails to appear. And this is why we are here today. Judge Bryant ended up giving a $1,000 10% cash capias on that date. This defendant was given multiple chances here. He was given, like I said, some of the best advocates he could have been given, and decided not to go with that, and then decided to fail to appear at a hearing. But this isn't the first time where he's failed to appear at a hearing. I actually have a bench warrant out of Livonia for, amongst other things, ironically, malicious use telecommunications, where he failed to appear at a pretrial and a warrant's out for his arrest as well. In addition, magistrate, I have a PPO that's out against this individual that's good through the end of this year. This defendant has been given multiple opportunities. He's failed to appear at the hearing. He was given cash that was converted to personal, and then decided not to come to a hearing date. More than anything, the allegations are quite concerning. So, magistrate, in addition to the 1,010%, we would like to add to the tether that he has a tether house arrest. And that's what I have. In addition to that, he has a prior gun conviction.
Thank you. Councilor Rico, go ahead, sir.
Judge, I just have to, and for the record, and for Mr. Wood's defense, because he did make some indication to my office, I would like you to clarify with him if he would like my office to represent him today, or if he would like to represent himself today, Judge.
Mr. Woods,
Yes,
is that something that you want to do, or you want to have attorney to represent you, sir?
It seemed, I guess I'll represent myself because he just told a whole bunch of lies in the courtroom, Your Honor. A lot of lies. A lot.
Okay, when you're saying I'm not sure who you're referring to. The attorney for the people?
Steve, yes, the attorney for the people. He just stated a lot of lies.
Okay, well, first of all, Mr. Woods, that's your perception, okay? Because Mr. Vincent is going on information in front of him. Just like if you're gonna go and represent yourself, you're gonna go on information that you know. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, I want to speak for myself. Thank you.
Okay. And Judge, for the record, MFD and Miguel Abrico, myself, PAA 379, will be on standby. Should Mr. Woods ever wish for us to stand in, we have no problem.
Go ahead, Mr. Woods.
Okay, the case in Livonia that he's mentioning, that's been dismissed. It was fraudulent, and a PPO is just hearsay. Also, the gun case he's mentioning, that's not even supposed to be, he's not even supposed to be able to see. This happened when I was like 16 years old. I completed the probation, and that's supposed to have been wiped off my record. But that's the second lie. The third lie is I've been in compliant with the sheriff office. I never missed a date for my tether. Now the hearing in question that I missed, I requested as acting as my own lawyer, I asked Judge Bryant. The hearing was only for getting my tether off, and could I go to my family reunion in Atlanta, which was this past week, and she was for that. The people, the prosecutors, they offered me a plea deal that I didn't want to accept, which dismissed 2 of the 3 charges or all charges. I'm not accepting that. I believe this is just a paperwork error. Like I said, I requested the court date just to get my tether off, and and see, can I go to my family reunion? That's what that court date was about. I never missed any appointment for my tether. And as far as going to the third district court, I have business at the third district court. Only reason I'm in this case is because that judge illegally took my child from me for no reason whatsoever. And the judge heard the people. The judge had listened to what they said. He read through the messages I said, and she absolutely said there was nothing threatening about anything I said. That's on record. So I'm asking, yeah, and then another problem, the actual reason why I missed my court date is because the court clerk, which I still have the paper, he didn't write the date down. You know, I would have came to that court date to get my tether, because it was only to get my tether off and to go to my 70th annual anniversary family reunion in Atlanta. So I asked, hopefully I could get my tether removed. I haven't been violating anything. I haven't contacted that judge. And I filed 2 motions to Judge Bryant she's giving me time to complete the motions, but the motions are actually about corruption and fraud on behalf of the people and Judge Yvonne Abraham.
Okay. All right, Mr. Woods?
Yes,
the only thing we're dealing here is whether or not the bond is going to stay the way it is, or whether that's it, whether the bond is going to stay the same or not. Now, sir, you said the PPO, that's hearsay. Sir, that is a court order. A PPO, that is a court order.
The one
So
you
you
mentioned in
understand.
Livonia
Hold on. I gave you the opportunity to speak, so let me speak, sir. That is a court order, okay? If you violate any of the conditions under the PPO, then what will happen is that if there's violation, the allegation of a violation, then you're going to go in front of the judge who actually does the PPO violations, and that would be heard. But in this case, and I'm just talking about the PPO when you said that's hearsay. A PPO is a court order. It's a civil matter, still a court order. However, I'm not dealing with the PPO. I'm just dealing with this case. And in this case, that's on June 25th, 2025, it was signed. I have Judge Bryant's name, and it was about a bond hearing, allegedly that you did not show up. So, sir, what I'm going to do, sir, I'm going to keep the bond the way it is, $1,000, 10%, which is $100. You can disagree, okay, with that, sir. However, you will get another court date. The only 2 ways are, if you cannot afford it, sir, you're going to get a court date for this Monday, July 7th, okay, 9 o'clock in front of Judge McConicle. Or somebody pays the $100 for you to get out of jail. Do you understand that, sir?
Yeah, yes, Your Honor. But I asked, can you have leniency on me for the simple fact that the only court date that I missed was due to a paperwork error by the court clerk, and it was to get my tether off. The judge was going to take my tether completely off and allow me to go to Atlanta for my 70th anniversary family reunion.
Okay. Well, sir, I don't have any of that information.
And for him to state all those charges, the gun charge, that's all the lies he just told. It's not even credible. Like, he just told 5 or 6 lies in front of Your Honor.
Okay. Sure. I'm going as to what's here in the file, okay? And there's nothing to indicate that, okay, from Judge Bryant, other than that you did not appear for a prior hearing. So I'm gonna leave the bond as is, $1,000, 10%, which is $100. Okay, court date for this Monday, July 7th. Sir, whoever you have, if you represent yourself or if you have an attorney to represent you, can approach Judge McConicle or Judge Bryant about changing that bond amount. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. So basically, if I post $100 today, I can get out of this hellhole today, right?
If somebody posts $100, sir, yes.
Okay, okay. This my only last request is when I get the money here, can I be removed from this hellhole swiftly? As soon as my money is as soon as my money is where it's supposed to be?
I can't tell you, I have no control over that, sir. I can just tell you as to the bond amount, okay?
Magistrate, in
If
terms
somebody
of
calls up-
I'm sorry.
In terms of, I'm gonna leave the way it is, $1,000, 10% with those bond conditions.
Okay.
Okay. All right, that concludes your arraignment, Mr. Woods.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
May I have the judge's name also?
Which one?
Your name.
Oh, my name? Echartea, Echartea. First name is Laura, Laura.
Okay, thank you. You're right there. Okay, I got you. Thank
Welcome.
you.
Thank you. So let's see. Let's see, should be one last, Mr. Dockery. Mr. Perico, Mr. Dockery been interviewed.
Yes, Magistrate.
Okay.
And I apologize for the confusion on the last case, Judge.
Mr. Dockery has a lot of stuff here, so don't know what it is. Haven't looked at the files. He's got some traffic matters. We're gonna go with that first. Mr. Dockery.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I'm Magistrate Echartea. Not only do you have 3 criminal matters, but you also have some misdemeanor matters. Okay, these are misdemeanor matters. You did not show up for court. You're gonna get a personal bond. Nobody has to pay any money for you to get out of jail. The maximum penalty on each misdemeanor, sir, it's up to 93 days jail and or $500 fine. Do you understand that, Mr. Dockery?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let me tell you what the misdemeanor matters are. First ticket is U 508-03419. It is disorderly conduct. Next ticket is U 634-49322. Trespassing. And the last ticket is 217154721. Trespassing. Sir, I'm gonna enter a plea of not guilty. You have a court date, July 14, 2025, pretrial in front of Judge Sherman. Do you understand that, Mr. Dockery?
Yes, is that at the 36th District Court?
That is correct, sir. All of this is at 36th District Court.
And you
So-
said that's July, you said that's July 14th?
July 14th in front of Judge Sherman, a pretrial. Sir, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say, orally or writing, it can be used against you in a court of law. Right to an attorney, have that attorney present during questioning. If you're unable to afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, court expense. Understand those rights?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Counsel Breakoff.
Yes, Judge Miguel Brico.
Okay, I just want to make sure you're ready on the 3 cases for Mr. Dockery.
I am, Judge, and then after that, we are ready on MDOC.
Okay, all right, let's see what we have. Mr. Dockery, please say your full name.
My name is Bobby Dockery Jr.
Okay, Mr. Dockery, you have 3 cases. First one is 240-441-8601. Let's see what that charge is. Assault, and battery. Next case is Mr. Dockery. It is 220-447-0001. What charges on that one? That is retail fraud, 3rd degree. And the last case is 240-441-8201. Charges assault, and battery. Counsel Breakoff, do wait for my reading, stand mute.
Judge, I do. My client's been advised of constitutional rights, and they not guilty plea on his behalf. And for the record, Judge Miguel Brico.
I'm sorry, Brico. I apologize, Mr. Counsel Brico.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm gonna enter a plea of not guilty. Mr. Brico, Mr. Dockery, you have the same court date for all 3 matters. It's gonna be July 11, 2025. It's gonna be a pretrial in front of Judge Bryant. Do you understand that, Mr. Dockery?
And that's at 36th District as well, right?
That is correct. It's at 36th District Court, sir.
So on the 11th and on the 14th?
Yes, the 11th, let me give you some bond conditions, sir. You are, let's see what we have. The case number is last 4 digits, 8601, assault, assault and battery. You're not to have any contact with the Faris Mohammed. That means no person-to-person contact, no contact to third parties, no phone calls, no emails, no text messaging. Let me make sure, is there a? Looks like the case is this one. All right. Looks like that there is $1,000, 10% capious. Okay. Let's go with second case. Case number is 220447001. In this case, you're not to go back to the Marathon gas station at 1300 West 8 Mile City, Detroit. You understand that, Mr. Dockery?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Bond, there's capious on this case, $100, 10%. And the third case, last 4 digits, 8201. You're not to have contact with Faris Mohammed. That means no person-to-person contact, no contact with third parties, no phone calls, no emails, no text messaging. Further, sir, you're not to go back to the gas station, I believe it's Exxon, at 12711 West 8 Mile City, Detroit. Do you understand all the bond conditions, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Further, and on this case, there is $1,000, 10% capious. So all 3 of them have a capious.
Your Honor, can I say something?
All right, you can, sir. You have the right to speak. Let your
I
attorney
was,
speak for you.
I
Hold
was at
on.
the,
Let your sir, let your attorney speak for you. Okay?
I got you, Mr. Dockery.
Yeah, I was at the Stony Creek.
No, you
at
don't
the-
say anything, sir. I got you. I'm gonna speak for you, okay?
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Are these personal bonds as well?
Okay. Who's here on behalf of the people? Dunce
Lisa
Coyle?
Coyle, Lisa Coyle appearing on behalf of the people. Your Honor, I'm going to ask, let me make this short and sweet. We're all familiar with Mr. Dockery. As to I would like to have those cash bonds on all 3 cases maintained. And actually, I'd ask the court to impose a tether if possible. If he has a place to tether to. On the case ending in 700, he has 12 failures to appear. On the case ending in 82, he has 6 failures to appear. And in the case ending 86, he also has 6 failures to appear. So, Your Honor, at this point, cash is the only thing that makes him show up. I'm asking to have the bonds remain in place as well as impose a tether if he is released. Thank you.
Okay. Go ahead, counsel.
Judge, on behalf of Mr. Dockery, I just want to state that the cash making him show up, the cash is gonna be the only thing to keep him in pretrial detention, actually, Judge. I understand he has many capious history with this court, and he's been given many of a chance. Judge, what I'd be asking you to do today is to convert these to personal bonds, put Mr. Dockery on monetization, even perhaps with some type of curfew conditions to ensure that he shows up to his court dates. He has, and I believe what he's trying to show us is that his most recent capious of May 21st, 2025, in Judge Bryan's courtroom was because he was at the Stony Brook Mental Hospital. My client does express to my office that he has some type of mental conditions going on. And for that reason, I would also be requesting to mark his file as medical if he were not to have these cash bonds converted over to a personal judge. He has provided us an address in which he can stay. So if this court would be so inclined to allow him out for a personal bond with monetization, he has somewhere where he can be tethered to. He has somewhere where he can be placed on curfew or perhaps even confinement if this court is not confident in those other conditions, Judge. So I would be asking you for that. Obviously, the offenses here, especially one of the underlying offenses, are ones committed by somebody that has no means or ways of funds. You know, it's not something that you're out there doing if you're able to post $100, 10% bonds, Judge. So while it seems relatively small to us, it is unaffordable for my client. I would be asking to convert to personal, put him on monetization, make sure he shows up to those court dates, Judge.
Your Honor, I'd just like to briefly say, every time they've given him a personal with a tether, he's failed to appear. So it's just everybody spinning their
I
wheel.
was in the mental hospital, man.
Yes, that for 2 years, sir.
Yeah,
One
and
case
Ms.
started
Cole, I
back in
understand your
2023.
Folks, talk to the court. Mr. Dockery, you don't need to speak to counsel for the people.
I'm sorry.
That's all
And Judge, I
right.
understand that. So that's why I was recommending maybe even home confinement on the situations, you know, so not giving him what he's had before, but giving him that plus another condition on top, try to give him a chance to do that.
Thank you. Court's heard the representations, both sides. Okay. Court's heard and looked at the allegations in the investigator's reports and looked at the files. It appears Mr. Dockery does have a history of capias. Court is going to leave the way it is. Court is going to keep the bonds the way they are. And since everything is unaffordable, Mr. Dockery, you're going to get another court date. That's going to be this Monday, July 7th, 2025. 9 o'clock, it's going to be in front of Judge McConicle, who's going to look at the bond amount and bond conditions. Do you understand that, Mr. Dockery?
Your Honor, I have a bond right here where I'm on tether right now. I just got the 10,000. I was in the Stony Brook Mental Hospital. I didn't miss court date on purpose, Your Honor. I just went to court. Yeah, I got a tether bond right here. I'm not going to miss my court date, Your Honor. If you was to give me a personal bond with my tether, I'm going to show up. I always have.
I appreciate it, Mr. Dockery. Thank you very much for saying that, but I'm going to keep it and I'm going to let you go in front of Judge McConicle.
This Monday?
Thank you, Mr. Dockery.
So I'll be seeing Judge this Monday?
This Monday, yes, sir.
And so how much are my bonds now then?
Pardon me, Mr. Dockery?
How much are my bonds?
Okay. $210. One case is $10, another case is $100, another case is $100. Thank you, Mr. Dockery.
Okay. Thank you.
Department of Corrections. Mr. Davis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Davis, Magistrate Chatfield. Sir, not only do you have a criminal matter, but you also have a misdemeanor matter that you did not show up. We're going to recall the warrant. You're going to get a personal bond. Nobody has to pay any money for you to get out of jail. The maximum penalty on this misdemeanor is up to 93 days jail and or $500 fine. Understand that, Mr. Davis?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Let me tell you what the misdemeanor matter is. It is P1170243, failed to display valid operator's license, not on person. So I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. Court date is July 14, 2025. It is pretrial in front of Judge Sherman. Mr. Davis, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say, orally or writing, it can be used against you in a court of law. Right to an attorney, have that attorney present during questioning. If you're unable to afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, court expense. Understand those rights, Mr. Davis?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Davis, please say your full name again.
Roderick Davis.
Is it Roderick Tremaine Davis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Davis, we're gonna go with criminal matter, case number 250-5595-101. Counsel Breakoff, do you wait for Marine stand mute? Has he been advised of his constitutional rights?
Yes, Judge, requesting a not guilty plea be entered on his behalf.
Thank you. I'm gonna enter plea of not guilty. Court dates are July 11, 2025. It is a probable cause conference followed by preliminary examination, July 18, 2025. Both matters are in front of Judge Taylor. Mr. Davis, let me say this. While this case is pending, you're not to go back to the Motor City Casino. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Who's here on behalf of the people? Anybody?
Magistrate, good morning again. I believe this is an Attorney General case.
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you.
So, thank you. Go ahead, Counsel Brico.
Judge, I would just be requesting on behalf of Mr. Davis's behalf, personal bond. I do see he's in the MBOC. He's expressed in my office that he's expected to be exiting MBOC sometime in 2026. He also expressed to us that he will be getting a CDL when released, and it was going to take a gambling addiction class either during his time at MBOC or upon exiting. So I don't believe that there's any danger to the public. I don't believe any flight risk because of these facts, Judge. So I think a personal would suffice.
Mr. Davis, charges are not assaultive. So what I'm gonna give you, sir, let me make sure I have everything correct. I'm gonna give you a $25,000 personal bond. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, sir, that concludes your arraignment. Good luck, Mr. Davis.
Thank you. Excuse me. So-
Yes, Mr.
so,
Davis.
So is this my lawyer going forward, or would I get a new court-appointed lawyer going forward, or how does that work?
Yeah, Mr. Davis, you'll receive I'm sorry,
Go
Judge.
ahead.
You'll receive a new court appointed at a later date because my office is only handling this for the arraignment process. You'll have a felony court appointed at your next hearing.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir. I wish you the best.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Davis.
Thank you.
All right. Walk in. Mr. Juan Osbury. Sir, have you been fingerprinted already?
Yeah.
Okay, come on forward. Have you spoken to a defense counsel, sir?
Yeah.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Thank you. Please step forward. So this is case number 250-453-5301. Please say your full name, sir.
Juan Osbury.
Counsel Shibe, you wait for Marine, stand mute.
Yes, Your Honor.
An enter plea of not guilty. Court dates. This is a misdemeanor. Court date is July 11, 2025. Pre-trial in front of Judge Jones. So while this case is pending, no MGM Casino. You understand that, sir?
Yes.
Counsel Shibe, go ahead, ma'am.
Your Honor, respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond. He turned himself in, walked in. This is a matter allegedly from January of this year, not entered until May. Here, he's not on probation or parole, nothing pending, no prior, non-assaultive, no case history we're aware of. What is hearing support has family time.
Thank you. All right. Okay. You're gonna get a $10,000 personal bond, sir. The charge is non-assaultive. You walked in this particular matter. I don't see anything in the file to indicate you're a flight risk or a danger. So $10,000 personal bond. Have you been sitting in jail? Nobody would have to pay any money for you to get out of jail. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
Okay, so do me a favor, take a seat and wait for your paperwork. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right, DDC. I believe now we can start going. Please unmute.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you for your patience, DDC. Can you bring a Wade Fulton? He has retained counsel.
zoning. Yes.
Pardon me, are you talking to me?
Yes.
Yes. What can I help you with?
Pitts has retained counsel. Attorney Nasser is going, Mohammed Nasser is trying to zoom in.
Okay. When Attorney Nasser will deal with that. Okay. I said when Attorney Nasser zooms in, right now we don't have him, so.
Your Honor, was that in regards to Wade Fulton?
Yes, sir.
Was that
That's who
Mr.
you
Nassar
represent.
from Todd Perkins'
No.
office?
No, that's
Okay.
for somebody else, counsel.
Thank you. Thank
No
you, Judge.
problem. The gentleman at DDC, what's your name, sir?
Wade Burrell Fulton.
Counsel Ford, go ahead, please.
Please, the court, William Ford, P 35870, appearing on behalf of Wade Fulton. We waive a formal reading and stand mute.
Thank you. I'm gonna enter a plea of not guilty. Mr. Fulton, this magistrate at Chattanooga, you have court dates of July 11, 2025, probable cause conference, followed by preliminary examination, July 17, 2025. Both matters are in front of Judge Jefferson. Mr. Fulton, you understand those court dates?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Fulton, let me give you some bond conditions. One, you're not to possess firearms of any kind or any other dangerous weapons. That includes pepper sprays, tasers, brass knuckles. You're not to possess any ammunition of any kind. Further, Mr. Fulton, you're not to have contact with Adani Stanley. That means no person-to-person contact, no contact with third parties, no phone calls, no emails, no text messaging. Understand that, Mr. Fulton?
Yes.
Counsel Coyle, you're here on behalf of the people.
Lisa Coyle, appearing on behalf of the people. Your Honor, I do note that the date of offense was June 15th of 2022, so over 3 years ago. Although assaultive, I do not see any, this warrant wasn't signed until April of 25. So, Your Honor, based on the fact that he's here with counsel, Mr. Ford, as well as the fact that nothing has further occurred, I'm asking for the court to impose the bond conditions as stated. No objection to a $50,000 personal, although this is assaultive. That's why I'm asking for the high personal, and of course the no contact.
Okay, thank you. Counsel Ford,
Your
any
Honor,
objection to the personal bond?
no objection, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Fulton, you're gonna get a $50,000 personal bond. Nobody has to pay any money for you to get out of jail. Do you understand all that, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, that concludes your arraignment, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. DDC, we can go down the list.
Great. Okay.
Sir, what's your name? Mr. Payne.
Yes.
Mr. Payne, this is Magistrate at Chattanooga, sir. Not only are you here on a criminal matter, sir, but you're also here on some misdemeanor matters. These are misdemeanor matters that you did not show up for court. Sir, you're gonna get a personal bond. Nobody has to pay any money for you to get out of jail. The maximum penalty on each misdemeanor, sir, it's up to 93 days jail and or $500 fine. Do you understand all that, sir? Mr. Payne?
Yes.
So far, have you understood what I've said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We have. All right, Mr. Payne, let me tell you the misdemeanor matters. First ticket is P1169010, driver's license never required, no insurance misdemeanor. Next ticket is P1447875, driving unregistered untitled vehicle. Last ticket is P1664077. It is reckless driving, driver's license never acquired, a no insurance misdemeanor. I'm gonna enter a plea of not guilty. Court date, sir, it is July 14, 2025. It is a pretrial in front of Judge Ramsey Heath. Okay, Mr. Payne, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say orally or in writing, it could be used against you in a court of law. Right to an attorney, have that attorney present during questioning. If you're unable to afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, court expense. Understand those rights? Mr. Payne, do you want me to repeat those rights? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, sir. Mr. Payne, you didn't come in clear. Is that a yes?
No. No.
Or did you? No. So do you want me to repeat the rights? No, right? Okay. That concludes your misdemeanor matters. Let me tell you a criminal matter. Case number is 250-563-2601. You have an attorney. Go ahead, Counsel Brico.
Judge Miguel Brico, on behalf of Mr. Payne, he's been advised of his constitutional rights, waives the form reading the complaint, stands mute, requests that this court enter a not guilty plea on his behalf as to all counts.
Thank you. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty. Court dates are July 10, 2025, probable cause conference, followed by preliminary examination, July 17, 2025. Both matters are in front of Judge Giles. Mr. Payne, while this case is pending, you have some bond conditions. You're not to possess firearms or any other dangerous weapons, sir, and there is no assault or combative behavior on your part. Do you understand those bond conditions?
Yes.
Okay. That being said, Counsel Vincent, you're here on behalf of the people.
I am. Thank you, Magistrate, and always a pleasure. Steve Vincent, P 71917. Magistrate, at this time, I'm not going to ask you for invocation of 76568, even though you could, because at the time of this offense, this defendant was on personal bonds in 2 cases over in Macomb County. One of those cases was an armed robbery, first degree retail fraud. The second case was a straight retail fraud case. On the date of this incident, January 7th of 2025, he was on 2 $10,000 personal bonds. Both of those cases, this defendant ended up pleading to both. He didn't get the armed robbery conviction. It was mitigated down to a retail fraud, as well as the other case being a retail fraud. He was sentenced late January of 2025. So we're not going to ask you for a cash bond, but we are going to ask you for monitorization. The allegations here are this defendant, who again was unlawfully on the roadway. He didn't have a license at the time, was disregarding a stop that the police were trying to attempt with him. He abandons his vehicle and flees on foot into residential backyards. And then that perimeter had to be set. Air support had to be called in an attempt to try to find this defendant. Apparently, he was possessing a firearm at the time while he was on bond for an armed robbery case. That firearm was recovered. I understand that this is an incident that took place in January of this year. The quid pro quo here, magistrate, is we're not going to be asking for the cash, but we would be asking for the monitorization because we feel as though the defendant poses a danger while he was on bond. He's fleeing from police, and literally he was fleeing from the police in this incident. So we're going to be asking for a monitorization, possibly a curfew. We would leave that up to you.
Thank you. Go ahead, Council Rico.
Judge, on behalf of Mr. Payne, I would be asking for a personal bond as well. Judge, as far as monitorization, I would always leave in the court's discretion, but I would just state for the record, I have no indication of capious history for my client. I have no reason to believe that he wouldn't show up to future court dates. The offenses in which he is here today for are non-assaultive in nature themselves. The evidence against him in itself, even though I don't like to litigate off of the incident report, is just showing that he wasn't apprehended that night. He wasn't accosted that night. He wasn't seen driving the vehicle that night. It was based off of the words of a non-related party stating that he may have been driving that vehicle allegedly. Judge, I don't know if monitorization is really necessary for our two prongs that we're looking at today, which is dangerousness to the public and which is flight risk. I don't have a reason to believe he's not going to show up to his next court date. And as far as dangerousness to the public, I don't believe if these allegations are taken to be true, anybody was harmed or hurt during the matter of it, nor were his actions, if they were taken to be true, assaultive in nature, Judge. So that's my argument for you today. My client has provided us an accurate address. He's a lifelong resident of the state of Michigan, only 26 years old, has one child. And that's what I have for you today, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Heard the representations, both sides in this particular matter, uses clear and convincing evidence standard.
was non-assaultive. I did note also in the prosecutor's file dated June 9th of this year, there was a note, there has been no trouble with the party since this. So for those reasons, Your Honor, people would not have an objection to a 50,000 personal, no weapons and no contact with Ms. Lynch.
Council Nassar, any
Thank you.
objection to any of that?
None of that, and thank you, Ms. Coyle, always a pleasure.
Hi, Mr. Nassar.
Thank you. All right, so Mr. Pitts, you're getting a $50,000 personal bond. Nobody has to pay any money for you to get out of jail. The only thing is please abide by the bond conditions. Understand all that, sir?
Mr.
You
Pitts, do you
understand that,
understand?
Mr.
You have to speak up, Mr. Pitts. We can't hear you.
I'm sorry. Yes, I do.
Okay, that concludes your arraignment, Mr. Pitts. Thank you.
Have a good day, Judge.
Thank you, Council
Thank
Nassar.
you.
Have a good
Thank you.
day.
Thank you. Happy holidays to you and your staff, Judge.
You too. Thank you. DDC, we can continue.
Look at you. Come on, man.
You.
Stand on the black.
Sir, what's your full name?
Black Christian.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Christian. AKA Ricardo Brown, Your Honor.
Oh, okay, thank you. Is Renardo Lamar Brown? I'll make sure. Mr. Brown, I'm Magistrate in Chattanooga, sir. Not only are you here on a criminal matter, but you're also here on a misdemeanor matter. You did not show up for court. We're going to recall the warrant. You're going to get a personal bond. Nobody has to pay any money for you to get out of jail. The maximum penalty on the misdemeanor, sir, is up to 93 days jail and or $500 fine. Understand all that, sir? Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Okay, the ticket number is P1017539. It is entering vacant dwelling without owner's written authorization. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty. Court date is July 14, 2025, pre-trial in front of Judge Yancey. Mr. Brown, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say, orally or writing, it can be used against you in a court of law. Right to an attorney, have that attorney present during questioning. If you're unable to afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, court expense. Understand those rights, sir?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Brown, your criminal matter case number is 250-584-6201. Please say your full name, sir.
Ricardo Brown.
Renardo Lamar Brown, also known as Zach Richardson. You have an attorney. Go ahead, counsel.
Judge Miguel Brico on behalf of Mr. Richardson, also known as Mr. Brown. Judge, my client's been advised of his constitutional rights, waives the form reading the complaint, stands view, requests that this court enter a not guilty plea on his behalf.
Thank you. Bless you. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty. Court dates are July 10, 2025. It is a probable cause conference followed by a preliminary examination, July 17, 2025. Both matters are in front of Judge Jefferson. Mr. Brown, do you understand those court dates?
I do.
Okay. Mr. Brown, while this case is pending, you're not to have contact with any Meyer stores. Do you understand all that? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Thank you. Council Coyle, you're here on behalf of the people.
Lisa Coyle appearing on behalf of the people. No objection to a 5,000 personal.
Thank you. Mr. Brown, you're going to get a $5,000 personal bond. I do believe your attorney is not going to object. Nobody has to pay any money for you to get out of jail. Understand all that, Mr. Brown?
Yes.
All right, that concludes your arraignment, sir. You can step aside.
Okay. black lab, sir.
Sir, what's your name? I'm sorry, say that again. Is it Michael Carl Heron? Mr. Heron, I'm Magistrate Chartesser. Not only do you have a criminal matter, but you also have some misdemeanor matters where you did not show up. You're going to get a personal bond. Nobody has to pay any money for you to get out of jail. Maximum penalty on each misdemeanor is up to 93 days jail and or $500 fine. Understand everything that I've said so far? Is that a yes? Thank you. First, Mr. Heron, first ticket is P1396677, open alcohol motor vehicle driver. Last ticket is U 65896323, which is narcotic and drug related violations. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty. Court date is July 15, 2025. It is a pretrial on Judge Milhouse's calendar. Docket. Sir, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say, orally or writing, it can be used against you. Court of law, you also right to an attorney. Have that attorney present during questioning. If you're unable to afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, court expense. Do you understand the right, sir? Is that a yes? I'm not hearing you, sir. I'm not sure if the volume is down or they have it muted. All right, I got you. Yes. All right. Let's go with the criminal matter. Case number is 11057457001. Please say your full name. Okay. All right, Counsel Breakoff, you wait for Marine, stand mute.
Yes, Judge, my client's been advised of constitutional rights, waives the formal reading, and would request a not guilty plea entered on his behalf.
Thank you. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty. Court date is July 11th, 2025. Pre-trial in front of Judge Bryant. Understand that court date, sir? Shake your head if it's yes. Thank you. All right, Mr. Heron, bond conditions. You're not possessing or drinking alcoholic beverages, no driving without a valid license. Do you understand those bond conditions?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Counsel Coyle, this is from 2011. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor, this is a second from 2011. His first was in 2009. I'm not aware of anything since. With those conditions, no objection to a 10,000 personal.
Okay, thank
No
you.
objection, Judge.
Mr. Heron, thank you, sir. Mr. Heron, you're going to get a $10,000 personal bond. Nobody has to pay any money for you to get out of jail. Do you understand that? Thank you, Mr. Heron. That concludes your arraignment. You can step aside, sir. What's your name, sir? Okay. Mr. Wiley, you have 5 cases. And you have a bunch of traffic matters. So let's deal with the traffic matters. On the traffic matters, okay. These are traffic matters. You did not show up to court. You're going to get a personal bond. Nobody has to pay any money for you to get out of jail. Maximum penalty is up to 93 days jail and or $500 fine. Understand that, Mr. Wiley? Okay, shake your head if it's yes. Thank you. Because you're not coming in your audio. So let me tell you what. Okay. DDC, for whatever reason, him speaking is not coming in. So if he's shaking his head, if I ask a question, if that's his response, okay. But Mr. Wiley, let me tell you what the misdemeanor matters are. First ticket is U 648-00122. It is disorderly conduct. Next ticket is 762233. Suspended license, failed to display license. Next ticket is P 1133389. Driver's license never acquired, driving unregistered untitled vehicle, no insurance misdemeanor. Next ticket is P 123-1460, disorderly conduct. Urinating, defecating in public. Next ticket is P 131-3624. Drive while license suspended, no insurance misdemeanor, driving unregistered untitled vehicle. Next ticket is P 1389490. Driving while license suspended, no insurance misdemeanor. Next ticket is P 1465689. Those are civil infractions. Next ticket is P 1465727. Driving while unlicensed, no insurance misdemeanor. Next ticket is P 1475284. Driving while license not valid or improper license, no insurance misdemeanor. Next ticket is P 1562167. Drive while license suspended, repeat offender, no insurance misdemeanor, driving unregistered untitled vehicle. Next ticket is U 39909317. Looks like violation of marijuana code, City of Detroit. Next ticket is U 449-71418. Possession of controlled substance, violation of city controlled substance code. Next ticket is U 687-84224. Looks like it is possession of a replica firearm or brandishing. Next ticket is, let's see what this is, 173107271. No valid operator's license, no insurance, failed to report accident, leave scene. Next ticket is 702-700. Failed to stop and identify it at scene, no insurance misdemeanor. Last ticket is 745372. Disobeying lawful order of a police officer, drive while driver's license never acquired, driving unregistered motor vehicle. I'm gonna enter a plea of not guilty, sir. The court date is July 14, 2025. It is a pretrial in front of Judge King. Do you understand that court date?
Roger.
Thank you, Mr. Riley. Sir, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say, orally or writing, it can be used against a court of law. That's a right to an attorney. Have that attorney present during questioning. If you're unable to afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, court expense. Understand those rights, sir? And so, Mr. Riley, let's see. So you have a total of 5 cases, 2 misdemeanors and 3 felonies. Let's do with the misdemeanors. Criminal matter. Case number 17044666901. See what that charge is. Retail fraud, 2nd degree. The other misdemeanor case number is 22044954001. Retail fraud, 3rd degree. Council Brico, you wait for Marine Stand Mute. Has he been advised of his constitutional rights?
Yes, Judge, and we would be requesting a not guilty plea be entered on his behalf.
Thank you. I'm gonna enter a plea of not guilty. Mr. Wiley, you're gonna get a court date of July 11, 2025. It's a review as well as pretrial in front of Judge Bryant. Do you understand that? Thank you. I see that you're shaking your head. I take that as a yes. All right, Mr. Wiley, on those misdemeanor matters. Let's see what we have. Here we go. On the 2017 case, last 4 digits, 6901, no Home Depot. You're not to go to any Home Depot stores.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm putting this on your paperwork, sir. And there's capias from May 24th, 2022, $100, 10% on that one. And 2022. You're not to go to Destiny Liquor that's located on Puritan. Do you understand that, sir? Counselor Vincent, we're just dealing with the misdemeanors. Are you here on
Thank you.
behalf of the people?
I am. And good afternoon, Steve Vincent, P 71917. In the case ending in 6901, I have the most recent failure to appear that same date, but in 2023. I could be wrong. $100, 10%. We're going to ask you to continue that. In the case ending in 5401, I don't have this defendant ever being arraigned on that matter. Offense date in August of 2021. For that reason, we're not going to object to a personal bond.
Okay, so let's go with the 5401. It's going to be a $5,000 personal bond. All right, Council Rico. So give me your argument on the misdemeanor capias.
Judge, on the misdemeanor capias, I'd ask you to convert it to a personal bond. My client wouldn't be able to afford any amount of monetary bond to contribute towards that capias. I don't have a great explanation on why he failed to appear at that time, Judge. I do note some time has passed since the incident date and today's date. I would ask you to give him a personal, allow him another chance to appear. He's provided us an accurate address in the city of Detroit. He is a lifelong resident of the state of Michigan. He lives with his mother. He does work. He works at a car wash, Judge. He's completed some college. Actually, to be candid, upon asking him how much bond he can afford, he stated $7, Judge. So even with the low amount of bond that relatively we're looking at, it still would be unaffordable for him. I would ask to convert it to a personal.
Okay. Council Vincent?
Yes, Magistrate.
Okay, you said from 2023. Does he have any other capiases you are aware of?
He has 3 in all 3 of the cases that we haven't done yet. In the felony
Okay.
cases, he failed to appear January of this year.
All right, thank you. All right, well, I'm gonna give him a chance on this one. Sir, I'm gonna give you $100 personal bond. You still have other matters to deal with. You understand that? Mr. Wiley? Okay. Yolanda, can you call up Judge McConicle? We have 3 felony capiases.
They do what now?
Could you call up Judge McConicle? We have 3 felony capiases. See if he's available.
Are they on the screen for it? I'm sorry, I clicked it first.
He's on the screen, yes, Mr. Wiley. Mr. Wiley, stand by for a moment.
Your Honor, who spoke to this?
It was William Ford.
Okay, all right, okay. You said give him, McConaughey said give him a few minutes, but you said that was who Ford?
William Ford, P number is 35870. Thank you. So, Mr. Wiley, just stay there. The mechanical is gonna show up in a minute. PDC.
Yes, Your Honor.
After Mr. Wiley, I have another felony capias of Mr. Richardson.
Copy that, Your Honor. We'll bring it back.
Yep. Jarrell Richardson.
Copy that, Your Honor.
Thank you. Pardon me?
Better have him step to the side, and he said, step to the docket.
Well,
So he zoom in. Minutes.
yeah, a few minutes
Still
can be,
keep
2
on.
minutes can be 5 minutes or longer.
He said a few.
Yep, a few minutes, yep.
We'll be waiting. See you back.
DDC,
Yes, sir.
do you have a Jarrell Richardson right there?
Sure.
If you do, he has some traffic matters I'd like to do with him right now.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Just please have Mr. Wiley on standby. Sir, are you Jarrell Melvin Richardson? All right, Mr. Richardson, not only you have criminal matter, I'm not gonna deal with that, I'm just dealing with the misdemeanor matters. These are misdemeanor matters that you did not show up for court. Sir, you're gonna get a personal bond, nobody has to pay any money for you to get out of jail. Maximum penalty on each misdemeanor is up to 93 days jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand all that? All right, let me tell you what the tickets are. P149170 drive with revoked license and proper plates. Next ticket is P149170 driving under a untitled vehicle, no insurance misdemeanor. Next ticket is P14924243 driving under a untitled vehicle, drive with revoked license. Okay. Next ticket is P15633303 driving with revoked license, driving under a untitled vehicle, no insurance misdemeanor. Sir, you're gonna get, I'm gonna enter a plea of not guilty. Court date is July 14, 2025. It is a pretrial in front of Judge Sherman. Mr. Richardson, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say, orally or writing, it can be used against you in a court of law. You also have a right to an attorney. Have that attorney present during questioning. If you're unable to afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, court expense. Understand those rights? Okay. All right. We are waiting on Judge McConigal. Council Brico,
Yes, Magistrate.
just giving you a heads up, Mr. Richardson, he does have a felony capias along with Mr. Riley. Just giving you a heads up as to that.
Thank you, Judge.
No problem. It's around there. DDC. Okay, keep Mr. Richardson and Mr. Wiley on standby. Can you bring Mr. Williams?
Thank you, Your Honor. Back this way, Chris. Step on the black line. Face the camera. Say your full name, Chris. Child Williams.
Mr. Williams, I'm Magistrate Charte, here criminal matter, case number 250-584-6701. Council Brico, your wife former reinstand mute. Has he been advised of his constitutional rights? Is that a yes?
Yes, Judge, requesting you
Thank
to
you. I'm
enter a
gonna
not
interplay
guilty
of-
plea.
I'm gonna enter
Judge,
plea of not
requesting you to enter a
guilty
not
court
guilty
date.
plea on his behalf.
Okay, trying to make it quick because I'm waiting for Judge McConico. Not guilty court dates, July 9, 2025, probable cause hearing, followed by preliminary examination, July 16, 2025. Both matters are in front of Judge Robbins. Mr. Williams, while this case is pending, you're not to possess firearms or any other dangerous weapons. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Counsel Coyle, this is CCW. Go ahead with your argument.
Lisa Coyle, appearing on behalf of the people. It's non-assaultive, not aware of any criminal history. No objection to a 5,000 personal.
Did you say 5,000, 15,000?
5,000. 5.
Thank you, ma'am. 5,000. Okay, Mr. Williams, you're gonna get a $5,000 personal bond. Nobody has to pay any money for you to get out of jail. You understand that, sir? You understand that, Mr. Williams? Thank you. That concludes your arraignment. Let's see what else that we can do that's fast.
Magistrate, I have a Mr. Bell that I'm not going to be contesting a personal bond.
Okay. BDC, do you have a Mr. Bell?
Oh, man. Yep, this way. Step on the black line. Say your full name. Oh, man.
Is it Paul Tyrone Bell Jr., sir? Okay. Sir, I'm Magistrate Charte, case numbers 20044600001. Counsel Breakoff, you wait for Marine stand mute. He's been advised of constitutional rights. Is that a yes, sir?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm gonna enter plea of not guilty. Court date is July 11, 2025. It is a pretrial in front of Judge Bryant. Mr. Bell, while this case is pending, you're not to have any contact with a Devin Bell. That means no person-to-person contact, no contact with third parties, no phone calls, no emails, no text messaging. You understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Counsel Vincent, you said you have no objection to a personal bond?
With that condition, magistrate, no objection, no personal.
Okay. This is from 2018, and I know, Counsel Brico, you're not objecting to a personal bond. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right, Mr. Bell, you're gonna get a $5,000 personal bond. Nobody has to pay any money for you to get out of jail. Understand that, sir? That concludes your arraignment, sir. You can step aside.
Court dates, please, Your Honor.
Pardon me?
Court dates, please, Your Honor.
July 11th, it's pre-trial. Let's see what else that's easy. Do you have a Mr. Davis?
Come on, Davis.
Yes.
This way. Step on the black line. Face the camera. Say your full name.
Ron Maurice Davis.
Mr. Davis, I'm Magistrate Charte, here criminal matter, case number 210-5951901, sir. You're here with attorney Counsel Brico. Do you wait for Marine stand mute? Has he been advised of his constitutional rights?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. I'm an enter plea of not guilty. Court dates are July 10, 2025, probable cause conference, followed by preliminary examination, July 17, 2025. Both matters are in front of Judge Giles. Okay. Counsel Vincent, this is from 2021. These are non-assaultive charges. Let me see. Do you have an argument, sir?
No.
Any objection to a personal bond?
No.
None.
No? Okay. And Counsel Brico, no objection to a $10,000 personal bond?
No, Judge.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Davis, you're gonna get a $10,000 personal bond. Nobody has to pay any money for you to get out of jail. Go to court, handle your matter. Understand all that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that?
Yeah.
Thank you. That concludes your arraignment. Thank you, Mr. Davis. Okay. We don't have Judge McConico yet, so Let's try this one. Do you have Mr. Johns?
What else, John? Come on, go. Come on, black line, come. Face the camera. Say your full name, bro.
Okay, I will say this, Mr. Johns, if we have Judge McConicle pops in, I'm gonna have you to step up to the side. We will do your arraignment, but we're gonna start right now. Understand that, Mr. Johns?
Yes.
Give me your full name. Cardell D'Angelo Johns? Is that a yes? Thank you. Sir, Magistrate at Charte, your case number is 2505846-801. Counsel Brico, do you wait for Marine to stand mute, and has he been advised of his constitutional rights, sir?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. I'm gonna enter a plea of not guilty. Court dates are July 11, 2025, probable cause conference, followed by preliminary examination, July 18, 2025. Both matters are in front of Judge Giles. Mr. Johns, you understand the court dates?
Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Johns, let me say this, some bond conditions. One, you're not to possess any firearms or any other dangerous weapons. Okay, that includes pepper sprays, tasers. You are not to have contact with the complainant in this matter. Catrice Harper, that means, excuse me, sir, that means no person-to-person contact, no contact with third parties, no phone calls, no emails, no text messaging. Understand that, sir? Okay. Counsel Vincent, go ahead with your argument, sir.
Magistrate, here we're going to be asking for a 20,000 cash assurity, defendant being charged with the felonious assault, the felony firearm, the reckless use. The way that I see this, after the ex-girlfriend ends up coming to the defendant's house requesting for the defendant to pay her money that allegedly he owes her, he ends up taking exception to that. He takes out a firearm and fires multiple shots, 2 shots into her windshield. As you can see, the police ended up observing the round cracks on her windshield to corroborate the shots that the defendant fired at the complainant's vehicle. In addition to that, he allegedly ended up assaulting this individual. The police ended up observing visible injuries to the complainant, including the knot to the head of the complainant, as well as scratches on her face. Magistrate, it's an incident that just happened a few days ago. Because it's recent, because of the allegations, because of the way it's being charged, we do feel as though this defendant poses a danger, at the very least, to the complaining witness. We're asking for the 20,000 cash assurity.
Counsel Brico, your argument, sir?
Judge, on behalf of Mr. Johns, I would be arguing on his behalf for a personal bond with any other conditions this court may deem necessary to protect the public. I don't have any reason to believe that my client is a flight risk. I don't have any reason to believe that he won't show up to future court dates. So I do believe the reasoning here is the dangerousness aspect, Judge. The incident report itself is a little bit confusing when I read it. I do see that the alleged firearm ends up in the vehicle of the complaining witness, in which the complaining witness's explanation to that was maybe the defendant dropped it in the vehicle. I also see no shell casings were found. Judge, my client, of course, has his side of the story to tell, in which he has his own witnesses on his behalf. We're not going to get into it today. He has indicated to me that he's tried multiple times to get a PPO against this complaining witness with failure because they couldn't serve her. My client does suffer from certain health conditions, Judge. He has high blood pressure, does need medication for it. At the current moment, he has 3 of his pets outside of the home. I'd like him to be able to return back to that home. I see them as unrelated addresses, and he was arrested at the police station on this matter while making a report, Judge. So I really don't think he's going to skip out on these court dates. I think he wants his side of the story to be told. I do understand you want to protect the complaining witness. I think we can do that through a no contact order with her persons and her place. And Judge, it says that in the report, the complaining witness actually goes to her car, gets back out of her car, and goes to antagonize a piece of property of my client's. So there definitely is some stuff going on here that needs to be hashed out. I don't think a monetary bond is necessary here. I'd be asking for a personal with any other conditions you deem necessary, Judge. My client understands I have no contact. We described and explained this during the interview.
Thank you. So this is at some point, this is at the 11th precinct parking lot. It looks like the complainant flagged down police. She ended up going to the 11th precinct. Allegedly, she's advising the officers she's being chased by the defendant, Mr. Johns. He pulls up into the parking lot of the police department, 11th precinct. These are allegations in the investigator's report. Court uses clear and convincing evidence standard when to entertain monetary bond. Supposedly that there is a handgun in the complainant's car. She's not aware how it got there. Allegedly, it's determined that that gun does belong to Mr. Johns. Allegedly, they see that she has a knot on the side of her head, scratches on her face. She was complaining of pain. They also found some cracks in her windshield. The whole issue is doesn't appear anybody was there except for both the complainant and the defendant. When they pull up to the parking lot, there doesn't appear to be, it's after the fact, the alleged allegations of the alleged incident. So, with all that being said, okay. And Councilor Vincent, you wanted $20,000 cash surety, correct?
Yes, Magistrate.
Does he have any priors or anything like that?
I have a number of prior charges that ultimately never led to convictions.
Okay. All right. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give Mr. Johns a $50,000 personal bond. However, we are also gonna place him on a GPS tether. And Council Brico, he does work, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So with the personal bond, nobody has to pay any money for you to get out of jail, Mr. Johns. But there are allegations that you did assault somebody. In order for the protection, we're going to put you on a GPS tether, work only. The court does find that you are a danger, but I'm going to give you an opportunity by giving you a GPS tether, work only. If you violate anything, sir, you're going to be looking at next time a monetary bond. Do you understand that, sir? Okay. Sir, that concludes your arraignment.
Thank you.
Thank you. EDC, we're still waiting for Judge McConicle. So. Did we do? I don't recall. Did we do a Mr. Christopher Williams? Yes, personal bond. Okay. that. Okay, Judge McConaughey's here. All right, please put in front Mr. Wiley.
Hey, please, come on, bud. Hey, come on, you're gonna be next. On the black line, face the camera, say your full name.
Manuel Quentin Wiley.
Okay. Judge McConicle?
Yes.
We have 3 cases regarding Mr. Wiley. Let me give them to you. First case is 230-55-76901. The charge is from May 12, 2022. Forgery of document affecting real property, uttering and publishing. Counts 2 and 3. Let's see. Count 4, uttering and publishing. Count 5, UCC filing false/fraudulent finance statement. Okay. All the cases are the same. January 9, 2025, $1,000 cash surety. The other 2 cases are 230-5601-601. Charges of forgery of document affecting real property, uttering, publishing document affecting real property, UCC, filing false fraudulent financing information, habitual fourth offense notice. And the last case, sir, it is 230-5615-601. Charges are forgery of document affecting real property, uttering, publishing a document affecting real property, forgery of document affecting real property, uttering, publishing a document affecting real property. There's a habitual fourth offense notice.
Appearances.
Steve Vincent for the people. Good afternoon, judges. Always a privilege and a
Good
pleasure.
afternoon.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chief Miguel Abrico. On behalf of Mr. Wiley, my client's been advised of his constitutional rights. He waives upon reading the complaint. He stands mute. He requests that this court enter a not guilty plea on his behalf as to all counts.
Not guilty pleas be entered. As to bond.
Judge, we'll make this easy. They're all $1,000 cash surety bonds. We don't mind you converting this to personal. We would be asking for a tether as well as a curfew. Prior to you appearing, the honorable magistrate ended up arraigning this individual on 2 additional cases, one of which had multiple failures to appear. It was a misdemeanor case. The magistrate had grace and leniency on this individual. She converted it to a personal bond. In these particular matters now, we have a total of 5, 4 of which have capiases, 3 of which are in front of you, 3 of which are felonies. So we won't be objecting to the personal. We would be asking for monitorization at this time.
Defense.
Judge, thank you to the people's recommendation and for this court's grace in hearing this. I have no objection to that, Judge. Just for the record, my client's capiases on these felony matters, at least for some of them, stem from missing a competency hearing exam. So we do have an issue of competency, at least to be answered on this matter. I have no objection if you were to convert these to personals and to put some type of monitorization that you deem necessary.
Bonds will be, the bonds are unaffordable. Court is going to convert them to 1,000 personal with a GPS tether with a 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, Judge McConicle. We have one other matter. DDC, can you bring in? Oh, hold on. Let me finish with Mr. Wiley. I apologize. The court dates are July 9, 2025, probable cause conference, followed by preliminary examination, July 15, 2025. Those court dates are for all 3 matters, and all 3 matters are going to Judge Shakay. So, Mr. Wiley, you can step aside.
Thank you.
Okay. Can you bring Mr. Richardson?
Say your full name, Jarrell Melvin Richardson.
Mr. Richardson, case number is 250-5588801. The charges are Count one, weapons fired and possession by prohibited person. Count two, weapons, ammunition, possession by prohibited person. Count three, carrying concealed weapon, motor vehicle. Counts 4 and 5, weapons, felony firearm. There's a habitual court defense notice. The capias is from March 3rd, 2025, $30,000 cash.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Lisa Coyle appearing on behalf of the people.
And good afternoon, Miguel Brico, appearing on behalf of Mr. Richardson. My client's been advised of his constitutional rights. He waives the form reading the complaint. He stands mute. He requests that this court enter a not guilty plea on his behalf as to all counts.
Not guilty plea will be entered.
Your Honor, the people contend that I have no objection to reinstating the $25,000 personal bond, but I am asking for a tether. He failed to appear at his first court date. As the court is aware, he is a habitual fourth. He is aware how to make it to court. This matter is a traffic stop. There was a PPO in place at the time. He was in possession, admittedly in possession of a defaced gun. So for those reasons, Your Honor, flight is a real risk. So I'm asking for that tether.
Defense.
Judge, I would ask for the same for the amount of bond to be converted to a personal. I would leave monetization at your discretion. And I understand that the underlying charges are non-assaultive in nature. The main issue is my client's ability to reappear in court. I'll leave that at your discretion, Judge. Obviously pushing for this to be a personal bond.
Excuse me. The court haven't heard the arguments of counsel. The 20,000 personal bond be reinstated. A tether will be added with a 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Judge McConigal. Court dates for Mr. Richard. I'm sorry, Judge McConigal.
I'm saying, is that all for the morning?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Everyone take care.
You too.
Thank you.
Have a good afternoon.
All right, Mr. Richardson, court dates are July 11, 2025, probable cause conference, followed by preliminary examination, July 17, 2025. Both matters are in front of Judge Giles. Do you understand all that, Mr. Richardson? Okay. That concludes your arraignment, sir.
I believe it's just the females, Your Honor. I'll meet you on the female side.
Yes, give me a few minutes. Thank you.
Magistrate, I will see you at 2:30. Those conclude my cases. I will see you later.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, Ms. Coyle.
All right.
Or what's his name? John's, is this we didn't do a binary termination, right?
For who?
John, last name John. You don't have a binary determination, right?
Cardell Johns?
Yeah.
You got a personal bond. Oh, did I? I'm sorry. I'll give it back and I'll change it. All right, so. GPS tether. That's for him. Now let me do the Wileys. $1,000. His tether, curfew. 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. First on. GPS tether, curfew. 10 p.m. 6 a.m. One, finish up. Personal. Curfew. Personal. Yes, tether. Curfew. Mr. Wiley. Personal. Yes, tether, curfew. 10 p.m. 6 a.m. Personal. Tether, curfew. All right, let's finish up the females. All right. EDC, are you ready?
Yes, John, we're ready.
Thank you. Ma'am, what's your name? LaDonna Cherie Singleton, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay. Ma'am, I'm Magistrate Chate. Your case number is 250-5833001. Go ahead, Council Brico.
Judge, on behalf of Ms. Singleton, my client's been advised of her constitutional rights. She waives before reading the complaint. She stands mute. She requests that this court enter a not guilty plea on her behalf.
Thank you. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty. Court dates are July 14, 2025, probable cause conference, followed by preliminary examination, July 21st, 2025. Both matters are in front of Judge Taylor. Ms. Singleton, you understand those court dates? Okay, all right. Ms. Singleton, let me give you some bond conditions, ma'am. 1, you're not to possess firearms or any other dangerous weapons. 2, ma'am, you're not to have contact with Alexis Smith. That means no person-to-person contact, no contact with third parties, no phone calls, no emails, no text messaging. Do you understand that, Ms. Singleton?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Council Vincent, go ahead, sir.
Magistrate, this is a reissue. You originally arraigned this individual, you yourself, January of this year. You ended up giving her a $50,000 personal. She ended up attending the examination, but the complaining witness failed to appear. The case was dismissed, and then it was refiled. Same charge. We don't have any objection to a personal bond at this time with that condition of the no contact.
Ms. Singleton, you're gonna get a $50,000 personal bond. Nobody has to pay anybody for you to get out of jail, and I believe your attorney is not objecting. Is that correct, Council Rico?
Correct, Magistrate.
Thank you. So, Ms. Singleton, nobody has to pay any money for you to get out of jail. Just please go to court when you have to. You understand that, ma'am?
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. That concludes your arraignment. You can step aside.
little bit, so I'm ready to go back to the room.
Ma'am, what's your name?
Latoya Sneed.
Latoya and Tree Sneed, ma'am?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Sneed, I'm Magistrate Charte. You hear criminal matter, case number 250-5824601. Counsel Brico, go ahead, sir.
Judge, on behalf of Ms. Sneed, my client's been advised for constitutional rights, waives upon reading the complaint, stands mute, respectfully requests that this court enter a not guilty plea on her behalf as to all counts.
Thank you. I'm gonna enter plea of not guilty. Court dates are July 10, 2025, probable cause conference, followed by preliminary examination, July 17, 2025. Both matters are in front of Judge Jefferson. Okay. All right, Ms. Sneed, let me give you some bond conditions. One, you're not to have contact with Tamia Ali. That means no person-to-person contact, no contact with third parties, no phone calls, no emails, no text messaging. The other thing, ma'am, is you're not to possess any firearms or anything else, any other objects that can be a dangerous weapon. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes, but I'm a carrier, so what would I do with my gun?
You can't carry it.
Okay.
You can't possess it.
Okay.
Right now, while this case is pending, you're not to have any firearms or any other dangerous weapons. You understand that?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Counsel Vincent, go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Magistrate. Good afternoon, Steve Vincent, P71917. Magistrate, I hope you can appreciate this. In lieu of asking for a cash bond, we're not going to be objecting to a personal. We are going to be asking for a provision condition, no driving. Through the pendency of this case, it's alleged that this defendant ended up using her automobile as a weapon, trying to hit not one, but apparently two people in this incident. So because she doesn't have any priors or anything ongoing presently, I'm not going to object to a personal. In addition to the fact that it occurred in November of last year, we would respectfully be asking for that no condition of driving.
Counsel Brico, go ahead, sir.
Judge, on behalf of Ms. Sneed, I would ask you to adopt the recommendation of a personal bond. I would ask you to reconsider the recommendation of no driving, Judge. It's been quite some time since this incident occurred. My client has no prior criminal history, which means she doesn't have any pending stuff going on. My client hasn't had any altercations with her vehicle being used against other people in the past 7 months. My client is employed at a nursing home. She provided me valid hours in which she works. Presumably, she has to drive to that job. I would hate to put her whole life on hold in this instance. I understand this court needs to protect the public. I understand that the allegations involve a vehicle, but I also understand no prior criminal history and no incidences either with the specific complaining witness or any of the general public involving a vehicle on my client since this incident date of November of last year, Judge. So I would ask you to reconsider that and perhaps just the personal bond, strict no contact order with the person or place where this occurred, Judge. And of course, a condition of no driving without a valid license, I have no objection to that.
Counsel Vincent, response? Any response?
I think it's academic whether or not she has a license or doesn't have a license. I'm asking for a no driving provision because allegedly, and I thought I was actually being quite conservative in my approach, using her motor vehicle as a weapon, trying to hit somebody. But Magistrate, you know how much I respect you. I'll leave it up to you, but we're going to stick to the ask for no driving.
Okay. Well, I am going to adopt the recommendation. Ms. Sneed, there is no driving, period. Not while this case is pending. Okay. But I will let you know that whoever your attorney is can approach Judge Jefferson as to not only your bond amount, but your bond conditions. And that one bond condition also includes no driving while the case is pending. Do you understand that, ma'am? Is that a yes or a no?
It's a yes.
Thank you, ma'am. All right. Well, there are other methods for you to get to work. I'll let you figure that out. But while this case is pending, up until you go in front of Judge Jefferson or Judge Jefferson hears any hearings on your bond conditions, right now the no driving stands and you're going to get a $25,000 personal bond. Nobody has to pay any money for you to get out of jail.
Thank you.
Thank you. That concludes your arraignment, Ms. Sneed. Good luck.
Yana, what was that bond about?
EDC, I'll see you at 2:30.
Yana, what was that bond about? I'm sorry.
Oh, sure. July 10th and July 17th.
No, I'm out.
Oh, $25,000 personal bond.
Thank you.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
See everybody soon.
Bye, Mr.
Yep.
Vincent. Bye, Magistrate.
Yes, bye.